Hi, welcome to my video on finding the surface area of a right cylinder. Well, let's use I have a made up cylinder right here. I'll put it out on the sheet. And if you take the cylinder, which you can't see because I have my overhead, the cylinder has the top is a circle. The bottom of the cylinder is a circle. So a cylinder has two circles, and this is what we call the lateral area, the area of the side, but it's oval in shape, curve. But if I take this cylinder apart, because I have it stuck on with some tape here, if I take it apart and unfold it as if I cut it straight down to the top to the bottom, when I unfold it, the cylinder becomes a rectangle. And notice that the pink was the circumference of the circle and the black was the height. So let me fold it back again and show you. So if I fold it back into the shape of a cylinder, the side of a cylinder, as you can see, the pink is the circumference of the circle, the distance around the circle from here right on around the circumference. So that's the pink, and the black is the height of the cylinder. So just a little demo on, because when you find the surface area of a cylinder, we have a tendency to forget what happens, but that demo should help you. So let's continue. The surface area of a right cylinder. A right cylinder means the height, which is this is the height, is perpendicular to the base, and so that's the height of the cylinder, and that's the center of the circle. O is the center, and that's the radius of the circle. So the base area is the area of the bases of this is two circles. So the area of one circle is pi r squared. So the area of the two circles is 2 pi r squared. So when we unfolded the cylinder just then and cut it, it formed a rectangle. So that's the side, and the rectangle made, that was the pink from here to here, the pink color, and this was the height. So if that was the pink color, I'll mark it in pink just to remind you. I have a pink marker here. So let's mark it in pink. So there's the pink color. That's the circumference of the circle and the height. So the lateral area is the area of the curved surface, which is this rectangle. So that's the area in this case of the rectangle. And we know the area of a rectangle is length times width. So the length is the circumference and the width is the height. So the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r h. So the circumference is 2 pi r. So the height is brought down. So the lateral area, and it's 2 pi r h. And I always equate it with it to the circumference times the height, because I go back and remember, oh, that's the rectangle that I cut down. So the surface area put together is the base area, which is two circles, which is the one on the top, the one on the bottom, that's the two of these. And the lateral area is 2 pi r, which is your circumference, times your height. So there's the formula for the surface area of a right cylinder. And let's use that formula to work out these examples. Here we go. Find the surface area. SA is surface area of each right cylinder to the nearest tenth. So we have a cylinder, we have a height of 10, and we have, says O is the center of the circle, right there. And OA is 2. So OA is 2 means the radius is 2. So that's distance from the center to here is 2. So that means I can find the area. Let's look at B, which is the base area. I can find the area of one circle, which is area is 3.14 times the radius, which is 2 squared. And when you put that in a calculator, 3.14 times 4, you'll get 12.56. At this point, I could round this off to the nearest tenth. But I'm going to wait till the end of the problem to round it off, not at the beginning. So we have two circles, so we get twice the area, so it's twice 12.56, so that ends up to be 25.12. And again, this measurement is in centimeters, so the radius is in centimeters, but the area is in square centimeters. And we can now work out what we call the lateral area, and the lateral area is made up of its circumference times the height, so 2 pi r times h. So that's 2 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 2, and the height is 10. When you put all that in the calculator and multiply it all out, then you have 125.6, and again it's area, so square centimeters. So we have the surface area is made up of the base area plus the lateral area, and the total base area is 25.12, and this lateral area is 125.6. So altogether, that makes a total of 150.76. And if you want to round that off, it says to the nearest tenth, we have 150.8, because the 7 is in the 10th place. The number to the digit to the right is 5 or greater, so we add 1 to the 7, so it's 150. The answer is 150.8 square centimeters. And let's do the second one. We have a right cylinder as a diameter of 5.4. So if the diameter is 5.4, in order to find the in relation to a cylinder, we need the radius. So the radius is half the diameter, so it's 2.7. And it again is in feet, so the radius is in feet. And we have the height, so we have the radius, so we can get this. The base area is the area of one circle, and so 3.14 is pi. The radius is 2.7, and we'll square it. Put that in a calculator, and we get 22.8906. Again, if you round it off here, you'll get 22.9, but sometimes rounding it early will give you a higher value for your surface area. And let's do the lateral area. The lateral area is the area of the circumference times the height, so it's 2 pi r h. So that's 2 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 2.7, and the height is 12.5. And you multiply all that together, and you get, with a calculator, 2 times 3.14 times 2.7 times 12.5. You need a calculator. Again, working out the area, surface area, and volumes and everything, I think about a calculator. So that's area here, so that's square feet. This is surface area, so square feet. And so the total surface area of the cylinder is the base area, the total base area plus the lateral area. And that's true for all geometric figures. So the base area total, oh, we have two circles. I only did one, so watch out. I have two of them, so just recall that I need the two of these. And so when you double that, you get 45.7812. How much left out? One of the circles. So you need to recall. I have the, knowing the diagram, you say I need the two circles. I only had one, so I need to double it to get the second one. So the total base area is 45.7812. The lateral area is 211.95. And when you add all that up, you get 257.73. I'm using a calculator when I did this. And so I rounded to the nearest tenth, so it's 257.7. Again, the 7's in the 10th place. This digit to the right is less than 5, so all these digits, 3, 1, and 2 become zeros. So I do not increase that 7. So it's 257.7, and it's square feet. So the area is square feet. So, and let's continue. Another example, find the surface area of the right cylinder to the nearest tenth. But this time I gave you the circumference. What I'm trying to do, I keep varying the questions, not trying to make them the same all the time to help you develop your thinking. So the circumference of the base, and we have the height of 15. So if you think about it, we have a cylinder, and I draw a little picture. There's a cylinder. And to get the base area, I need the radius of the circle, but I don't have the radius. I have the height, but I don't have the radius. So the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. And my circumference, it says up here, is 314 meters. So that means if I put 314 in the place of circumference, and 2 times 3.14 times r, that's 6.28 r is 314. If I divide each side by 6.28, because when you're multiplying, the opposite of multiplication is division, so I divide each side, and 6.28 cancels, and 314 divided by 6.28 gives you, and I worked it out, so it come out to be a good number, 50. So my radius is 50. Because I have my radius, now I can work on my base area, and the area of a circle is pi r squared. That's one circle, so I need to get 2. And I have the lateral area, which is the area, remember it's the circumference times the height, so it's 2 pi r h. But let's do the base area first. And the area of one circle is 3.14 times the radius, which is 50 squared. And use a calculator, and that becomes 7850. 3.14 times 50 squared is 7,850. And my units is in meters, so this is square meters. But I remember I have 2 circles, so twice the area, because you got a circle on the bottom and a circle on the top. So it's twice 7850, and that gives me 15,700 square meters. So I got the base area. Let's get the lateral area, the area of the side. So it's 2 times 3.14. My radius is, I found it to be 50, right? And the height is 15 meters. Put that in. And if I multiply all that out, I'll get 4,710. Multiply that with a calculator. And the total base area is done. The total lateral area is done. So the surface area is the total base area plus the lateral area. And you got 15,700. Lateral area is 4,710. And when you add all them up, you get 20,410. And it's in meters, so it's square meters as the surface area of that right cylinder. Now we have some practice. Practice means you can pause the video and work out each of these problems. Work them out ahead of time. When you pause it, when you get the answer done, play it back to see if you're right. And if you get it wrong, play it back again to see where you made a mistake. Check your work. Now here we have a cylinder. Excuse me. O is the center of the circle. 2.6 is OR, and OR is the radius. So that means I have a radius of 2.6. 2.6 is the radius, inches. And I have my height. So let's get the base area. The base area is a circle. And so it's 3.14 times 2.6 squared. And when you work that out with a calculator, you get 21.2264. And it's square inches because it's 2 dimension. And we got two circles, one on the bottom and one on the top, so we'll double that, 2.21.2264, and that gives us 42.4528. Notice I didn't round it yet. I'm waiting to the end. And if this kept going on and on and on, well, just round it off probably to thousandths place. Or if we did round it to the tenths, then it might be a little bit higher, but your teacher will recognize that. Now we need the lateral area. The lateral area is the area of the side, and that is the area of circumference times height. So it's 2 pi r circumference times the height. So that's 2.3.14, 2 times 3.14 times your radius, which is 2.6, and the height is 9.7. And we multiply all that out, we have 158.3816. Again, multiplied it with a calculator. And this is in inches, so this area is in square inches. This is an area, so it's in square inches. And now we have the total base area, two circles, checking. One circle, two circles, yep, doubled. We have the lateral area, right? So the surface area is the total base area plus the lateral area. Total lateral area. Base area is total 42.4528. The lateral area is 158.3816. And the total, that added up, again, I'm using a calculator all the time because it's easier and faster. And we want to round that off, so we get 2 and to the nearest tenth, right? So 8 is in the tenth place. This number is less than 5, so we leave the 8 as it is. So 200.8, and it's square inches. So did you get the right answer? Close to it? Remember, round at the end. But if you do round at the beginning, check with your teacher. And we have a couple more problems. And this time, this is, again, practice. Practice means work out this answer first, and then play it back to see if you're correct. Now we have the diameter of the base. So let's draw a little tiny diagram of the cylinder. So here's the cylinder. The diameter is straight across, and that diameter is 20. So that means if your diameter is 20, your radius is half of that, it's 10. So that's centimeters. So that's 10 centimeters. And we have the height of 8. So the height is up and down right there. That's 8 centimeters. So the base area, to get the base area is a circle. So we need the radius. So we can get the base area. The area of a circle is pi r squared. That's 3.14 times the radius is 10, so it's 10 squared. And that's 100, so it's 314 square centimeters. 10 squared is 100, and 100 moves the decimal 2 places, right? So you don't need a calculator for that one. And you got two circles, so it's twice 314. So that's 628 centimeters squared. Now we need the lateral area. The lateral area is, again, it's the circumference around the top times the height, which is 2 pi r times the height. And 3.14 is pi. The radius is 10, and the height is 8. The radius is 10, the height is 8. You fill it in, use your calculator, and you get 50.502.4 centimeters squared. And you can see that's 80. 80 times 2 is 160, and 160 times 3 is 400. Yeah, so the calculator is right. I'm just checking. Sometimes you make an answer. Sometimes you make a mistake plugging it in, so just check your approximations. And the surface area is the total base area plus the lateral area. The total base area is 628. The lateral area is 502.4. And we add that up, we get 1,130.4 centimeters squared. And it's already to the nearest tenth, so we don't need to round it. And how did you make out? Did you get the right answer? Check your working. Memorize your formulas. And when you memorize your formulas, you say, I need the radius, I need the height. And so if all the information is not given, you have to do more work to get certain parts. Let's check. Number 3. The radius of a right cylinder is 11. Let's draw a little diagram again just to make sure. There's the right cylinder, quickly. The radius is 11, so that's 11 from the center, O, right to there, that's 11. And it has a height, and it says the height is equal sign, the radius minus 4. So the height is the equal sign. Radius minus 4. So the radius is 11, so 11 minus 4, so the height is 7. Radius minus 4. So we have a radius of 4, radius of 11, and we have a height of 7. So we have, and they're in feet. So now we can get the base area. The base area is the area of a circle. Again, the bottom of the cylinder is one circle. So that's 3.14 times radius is 11 squared. And the calculator is 379.94. And there's 2 circles, one on the bottom, one on the top, so we'll double that area. 2A, 2 times 379.94. And that gives us 759.88. So we have, and the area is in feet, so it's square feet. And so that's square feet. And we need the lateral area. And the lateral area is the circumference times the height. So the lateral area circumference is 2 pi r/h. Notice I memorized the formula by remembering that when you cut the cylinder down from top to bottom, the top becomes the length of the rectangle, which is the circumference times the height. So it's 2 times 3.14 times your radius of 11 times your height, which is 7. And when you multiply all that out, you get 483.56. And again, that's feet, so that's square feet. So we have the surface area, we need the base area, and we need the lateral area. The total base area is 759.88. The total lateral area is 483.56. And if you add that together, you'll get 1243.44. And it says to round it to the nearest tenth, so it's 1243. 4 is in the tenth place. Because this digit here is less than 5, we do not change the 4. This 4 becomes a 0. We do not add anything onto the 4 because this digit is less than 5. So we have 1043.3, and its area is square feet. Make sure, and we got square feet. So the final answer is 1,243.4 square feet. And that takes us to the end of the video on finding the surface area of a right cylinder. And a right cylinder is a little bit different, so you have to memorize your formulas, know them, but when I develop them, I understand what's happening. So if I forget, I can go back and do it. If you like my video, click the like button. If you're not a subscriber, click the subscribe button. And if you are a subscriber, click the notification bell. Write a comment on my video if you wish. Visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com. There you'll find information on me, and my videos section will tell you how I'm going to help you learn little strategies to learn your math. And the section on content has all the topics on my YouTube channel that's in black font right now, and the red font will be developed as time goes by. Thank you very much for viewing my video. Bye-bye.